Well, good to be here. Well, not exactly, but Coral Gold is a precious metals exploration company. It's been involved in the one of the richest gold districts in Nevada, Cortez Strand. It had a property called the Robertson property immediately adjacent to the Pipeline mine, and that property was sold to Barrick, and the deal was completed in the summer of 2017. So now the main asset of Coral Gold is the sliding scale NSR production royalty on the Robertson. I'll give you more details later about that. We also have a portfolio of exploration properties also located near Barrick's ground on the Cortez Strand. Yeah, maybe I should go along with these. It works. Yeah. I cannot read that, but...
You got one down here, Luke.
Huh?
You have one.
Oh, I see. There's one here. Okay. So why invest in Coral Gold? Well, we have in excess of $18 million Canadian currently in the treasury. We have, of course, the uncapped sliding scale royalty. And the shares right now trade at basically cash. So the market is giving zero value to the royalty at this time. There is a pre-phys currently underway. We believe that Barrick will have completed the pre-phys before the end of 2019, according to what we've been told. And, this is in a prime Nevada location and a prime partner, Barrick. We've had a long relationship with these guys. It goes back to the 80s. Nevada, do I have to make a case for Nevada? I don't really think so, but it's produced more than 5% of the world's gold. $7.3 billion worth of gold produced in 2017, and it's fourth gold producer in the world behind China, Australia, and Russia. So, and there's also numerous, as you know, large gold deposits. It's a pro-mining jurisdiction as well, with all the, all the expertise needed, all the talent needed available right on the spot. And as you see where the Robertson is, you see the pipeline immediately to the north of it. Basically, the infrastructure sits right between the pipeline and the Robertson. We had also a PEA that was done in 2011 on a near-surface resource of 2.7 million ounces. At the time, gold was approximately $1,900, so the price of gold used in that study was $1,350. What we found out is that it could produce 600,000 ounces of gold over a period of 11 years and an after-tax return of 15.5%. And it's on strike, as you see, with the pipeline and Cortez and Gold Rush as well. Cortez and the pipeline, they've produced a million. They produce 1 million ounces of gold per year. Now, why the deal exactly with Barrick, which was, the deal was done in 2016. It took a year to close. It closed in the summer of 2017. They returned 4.15 million shares of Coral that they had. That basically was 8.7% of the shares outstanding. We canceled those shares. The sliding scale royalty of 1 to 2.25%, tied to, of course, tied to the price of gold. And also potential advance royalty payments of $500,000 a year. If it's not producing by December 31st, 2024, quarterly payments start on January 1st, 2025. Now, there's a right of first refusal that Barrick holds on this, so any serious third party interested in the asset I guess they'll have to go directly to the shareholders in order to avoid having to talk to Barrick. In my opinion, any offer from a third party that would be presented to Barrick, I think it would be matched by Barrick immediately. Here's the sliding scale royalty. Over $2,000, it'll be 2.25%, and under 1,200, it's 1%. Well, it's just next to the pipeline mine. The sale to Barrick, yeah. So what's funny here, what I'm thinking about is I'm going back to, we're looking at the past 25 years. We've had this Coral Gold Adventure Partners spend more than $25 million exploring the claims. Well, we've had a number of joint ventures with Barrick. And in 2015, Barrick was drilling some deep holes on the property. And if you remember, Barrick was they had a huge debt. They wanted to reduce that debt seriously. But they hit 5 feet of an ounce of gold at a depth of 2,000 feet. But they could not get confirmation from their technical crew that this was a discovery. So they walked from the JV. And so that was interesting. And I was away from the office for a couple of years. I was in Lou's office for many years, and I took a break. I did something else for a while, but I was watching what was going on because I was a shareholder of Coral, and then I saw Barrick starting to do deals all over the world in order to reduce the debt. But to my recollection, they were not touching Crescent Valley. This was their bread and butter. They were not doing deals there. They were not sharing that area with anyone. And I told myself, they're going to come back. They're going to come back, and they're interested in the Robertson because of where it is, so close to the mill. And so I went to David Wolfin's office, and I said, give me back an office in here. And I said, I'll buy a private placement. And I said, I'm going to help you out with this deal. And it didn't take very long. Suddenly, there was a deal on the table with Barrick that they wanted back on the property, but this time, we were selling it to them. Now, of course, not everybody agreed with this thing. Some people thought that we should have kept it to ourselves, but the stock was 5 cents. Deep holes, like 1,000 meters. That's like $500,000. You got to issue a lot of shares in order to raise that money. At the end of the day, what's better for you? Having 600, 700, 800 million shares out. It may not be any better at the end of the day. I don't know, but we made a decision that to sell it, and I'm happy that we did. Now Barrick, they drilled 44 holes in 2018. Right after we completed the deal in 2017, they drilled 17 and 44 last year. Now, we were invited on the property in November, and they told us that they were planning on drilling another 85 to 90 holes this year. And for metallurgy, for a better sample, they're drilling PQ core. So this is costing them money. They're very serious about making a discovery on the Robertson to feed the mill, which is right next door. So we can see here what they did in 2018. They completed the drilling, geological and metal models updated with new 2018 data, baseline studies on schedule, phase 2 metallurgy testing in progress, geotechnical work completed, and the pre-phys, we believe, as they're telling us, it'll be done before the end of the year. And we decided that until we get the pre-phys, that we're we're probably not going to do anything. We just want to see that we've had this asset for so long, which now we've turned into a royalty. We're going to take the risk and wait for the pre-fizz. And because if it's there, if there is that feeder zone down deep, this royalty could be worth an absolute fortune. You know what? I think I'm done, right?
Okay,
Okay.
very good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.